because this is what I get all the time, because this has been, quite a journey for me with this whole virus thing as well.
Sure.
And so the two questions when I have these conversations with people that I always get are, what about Ebola? And then what about kids in school? You did address a little bit of how they tried to test transmission. They couldn't.
Right. Well, kids in school, that's an easy one. Let's look at what we know. So sometimes instead of all theory, like all this stuff with the social distancing, the masks, that was all done on theory. If you actually look at the damage that masks were doing, which they never talked about, but which we know, and it's not like OSHA just stood up yesterday. We know about environmental sciences. We have serious studies about masks. We knew that was just garbage from the get-go. Those is either, like they say, those who know, and so, but we were in a small number of people relatively to the masses that were buying into this. Right. And Fauci just, again, looks like he has so much gravitas, but he's a psychopath. Don't listen to him anymore. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I fell asleep right in front of him one time. He used to come over. I used to think he was some big trained guy, right? He was presented to us as an immunologist, but from my understanding, and I looked up his records as much as I could, I was an intern at Bethesda Naval Hospital in internal medicine. He came over and was teaching us things. He'd only had one more year of training than I had. He never finished a residency, as far as I can determine.
What?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I mean, he can get a license, but he's not a specialist in anything. So, had I known that at the time, he's been an administrator. He was plucked out of his residency at Columbia or Cornell and taken to the NIH. So he's one of these like Macron and Trudeau, Justin Castro, all these guys that are positioned for